So today's video is going to be a full face of makeup that's affordable, so let's get straight into it. So I'm just taking out the pen from my thing. Gonna use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is my primer. Wasn't really hard to find many affordable things in my collection, like a lot of my makeup's fairly affordable. Quite a bit of it from like Superdrug. And Boots, and generally go for more like drugstore brands. I don't always typically tend to go that high end. e.l.f.'s a really affordable brand that does like good products. This is like the first thing I've tried from e.l.f. I need to try more things from e.l.f. Just blending it down my neck just so my neck's got some grip. Other affordable primers I own are the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer, which I'm like what it looks like. We'll probably do a part 2 of this at some point. So, foundation's going to be the RIL filter. So I'm like, this is a really sort of affordable foundation like Makeup Revolution. It's a fairly affordable, it's a really affordable brand. Don't want it. And I'm going to go with that because it is far too dark compared to my skin. I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Pro Foundation Drops. Like, you can get really affordable lightning drops. Like Makeup Revolution, I'm not a fan of everything, but I'm not like completely don't support the brand, but I don't love everything. Let's see what this looks like. This is probably a little bit too dark still. Yeah, I think it is still a bit too dark, so I'm gonna add a drop more. These are the lightest shade of lightning drops. This is F1. Whereas my foundation's F7. Alright, this just helps to get my colour match. Definitely not going for something too full coverage. This is usually like my go-to full coverage foundation. Other foundations I own is Maybelline Fit Me, which is also far too dark for me as well. Gee whiz, we didn't do very well. But I think we nearly got there. Like, I'm probably almost like only one shade down from that. Like, I can make it work relatively well. This actually doesn't look like bad. Always looks darker on camera than it is in real life. Like, real life concealer. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Erase Concealer. Other affordable concealers in my collection is the Superstay 30 Hour Concealer, which I got this because I needed another concealer because I'm like, this is getting a bit on the low side. And that, and Angelica Nykovic said this was a good concealer. Don't love the doe for on this, and I think it's breaking on this concealer, so hope before it does we can actually finish this concealer. I think I'm just going to try and get a tiny bit more so that my neck's completely kind of doesn't look a patchy mess. Probably see from that. Focus on the concealer camera. Don't know if you can see, but it is kind of breaking. I think you can probably just about see. Usually use concealer to lighten it up a bit. I'm in the shade 03 in this one. Shade Fair. Just using my Real Techniques brush. Where my sponge went. So I'm just blending it out. Going to take my MUA powder, which I have hit pan on. Don't know if you can see there. But other affordable powders are Maybelline Fit Me. So I'm going to use the MUA. Just to set my face in place. I'm going to be using the Maybelline City Bronzer, only bronzer I have. Look how much I've used. So I would take this brush, or I just go in with, like that with this brush. Dabbing it on and blending it out. bronzer on the floor, so I'm not sure if that's going to break. I need to be a bit more careful because I keep dropping makeup at the moment. Today it was my bronzer. When I was filming another video I dropped my jewelled eyeshadow palette by MUA. The eyeshadow palette on the floor. And there's where it kind of is where I can't work out if it's broken or not. Don't think it is. Blush that I'm going to be using is the Maybelline Cheek Heat. Also they do the Maybelline Fit Me blush. The Rimmel Maxi blush is another affordable blush. So like a cream to liquid blush, I'd say. Definitely a cream blush. Try not to squeeze too much, because otherwise you look a bit clownish. Not that the lighting's doing this any favours. So I'm just going to take my blush brush, like Real Techniques. Brushes are pretty affordable. Spectrum brushes you can get in Superdrug. Pretty affordable. Superdrug own do their own brush set. Highlight. The Revolution Reloaded highlighter. Maybelline do highlighters. This I love because I'm like, can really make it quite natural, or you can like really build. This blush. Moving on to my brows, I'll just use this. Brow and lash comb. King with the Real Techniques brushes, so not the best, like that one didn't go so well. That's why I was sort of going with some concealer in. Wherever I put my concealer that's cheaply thinned. And then I'm just gonna shape around. Probably see this slightly, don't know if I can get it to focus. You might be able to see the wobbly dofer. So then I take this brush and just kind of blend. So then I just take my highlighter and give a brow bone highlight. Sort of carve out my brows a bit, and brush them out, and then give them a brow bone highlight. So I just use my highlighter, but you can just use a white or a shade that works in an eyeshadow palette. All my eyeshadow palettes are pretty much affordable, like MUA, these two palettes, like going to be a bit of a palette collection. All of these are relatively... The light dropped it again. Got the Purist palette. Got the Jeweled palette. This is like a quad that's broken, so I'm going to put that back. Gonna probably pop these back. This is the MUA palette. Got the Revolution Forever Flawless palette, which is an amazing palette. The Sofx Revolution, and I've got the Barry Black Cherry palette. I also have a single shade from Barry, so I found my sponge. It was in the, which is just a water activated shadow setting spray. Gonna use the Maybelline Lasting Fixin'. This is good. Other drugstore ones. Elf do some. Barry do their fresh faced. MUA do some. Like most brands do a setting spray. The drugstore. So like eyeshadow primer. My drugstore favourite is the Lid Lock primer. That's what I'm going to use today. To prime my eyelids. Put some on each eyelid. So I'm just going to try it, see if using a sponge works. It went on, like, I'll give it that. This is like my 4th tube, I think, or like my 5th tube of this stuff. So eyeshadow palette wise, I'm going to use I think I'm going to use the Soph, because I'm like, that's got the colour story to it. That's the most kind of versatile. So I'm going to dip into the shade, but I probably will use the MUA palettes. Dipping into the shade 21. I'm just going to put that quite far into the... I'm going to go to about here, good placing it under like the outer crease, but coming in to like the inner crease. And just going up to that part of the crease. And then I'm going to go in going to use blue next, I think. Actually, I'm going to use yellow next, I think. I'm going to use this yellow and just kind of hack it on to the outer corner. So this MUA quad, like, I've been impressed with the quality, even though it is broken. Really liked the quality. So I might have got a red, which I'm going to make a little bit more pigmented. I like this formula because I like it can get really bright. But if you don't want it too bright, it's not like too bright. not like that MUA one, I guess, where I kind of just plonked it on the lid and it was that colour. This I kind of had to like build up like it doesn't hit the lid in. I'm gonna find my next brush and we're gonna move on to like the greeny, like dark blue kind of thing. Gonna be taking this mint green and popping that on the lower lash line. Make sure to do the same on both sides, don't just do one eye, I find. I sometimes forget. To do that, then I'm going to dip into the light blue. And then I'm going to go into the very dark blue. This palette's just to kind of darken it up a little bit. Other good ones if you want like loads of colours in one palette, the big Revolution Maxi palettes. Quite good. I'm sure to use this brush to like blend out the eye look. If you can see. So then I'm gonna do a cut crease. I quite like doing a lot of cut creases. Use my primer again to cut my crease. I just prefer eyeshadow primer. Kind of go along and up, and that just kind of popped out a lot of product. Add some more to the other side just so they kind of look a bit even. Kind of tend to do a lot of like, I do half ones, full lid ones. I want to learn a triple cut crease, I don't know why. But I just never get the time to actually watch something on it. Because I'm either filming doing my makeup or I'm like doing my makeup really quickly. But we'll get that. So I like to spray my brush for my shimmers. I'm going to do like a yellow and red, so I'm going to do my yellow first, I think. Then I'm going to do the red. I'm going to spray another brush for that. This is my Spectrum brush. I like to spray these. That gets kind of the best colour payoff. I get a good payoff with my finger, but I'm like, I prefer just doing it with a brush. And there are like lazier looks where I just use my finger. In a corner, I'm going to use this. Just don't spray too much because that will run into your eye. So I'm going to do one squirt and find my inner corner brush. Putting this as like an inner corner. Careful not to ruin it completely. Because unlike this can ruin makeup looks when it runs. Eyeliner. Time. I have quite a few affordable ones. I have, for my glitter ones, the Collection Fast Dry Stroke Eyeliners. They're really good. And then I've got the Rimmel Scandalous Waterproof Liner. And I've got the Maybelline Hyper Precise Liner. Gonna use I'm going to use the one with the smaller nib, I think. Making sure they're kind of even, I think they are. And then I'm going to do probably one shimmer for each, so that you can kind of see both. This is the silver one, and that's in the shade 1 Glitz. I find they always smudge a little bit, so I'm like, you can just get a shimmer. Just go over it a little bit, just to... It's quite nice and colourful, but it's a tad more muted. But it's like a bit more muted as well. This gold one's in the shade 3 Funk. Mascara. I have some more high-end ones and some affordable ones. Obviously have my Sky High. I have L'Oreal Million Volume Lashes Mascara. Sky High I have in both waterproof and non-waterproof. Have my I also have Revlon Big Bad Lash. Checking through all my mascaras, seeing what I've got that's... And I think that's it. Gonna for a change use Big Bad Lash by Revlon. I think some of Revlon's products are really good. This I've tried and I really like it. Obviously don't like their lipsticks. But I'm like Big Bad Lash, I do. Like this went on holiday. Haven't used this mascara in a little while. I need to use it. Then lipsticks that are affordable that I own are Maybelline Stay Mattes. And I also have the Vivi Ink lipsticks. Did just cut off, but as I was saying, I have the Vivi Ink lipsticks, the Maybelline Stay Mattes. Gloss, I have quite a few different affordable glosses. So I'm just gathering those up. Try more variety of glosses than actual lipsticks. Lip liners, the Maybelline Colour Sensational I would recommend. It takes me a while to find things. Sometimes, but you get there. So for lip glosses, I have the Collection Gloss Me Up glosses. These are amazing. They're also very travel friendly. I have almost finished up the MUA gloss, which I'm like, this is a shine lip gloss. The Barry M oil infused glosses and the That's XXL Swell Lip Extreme Plumping ones. And the number 7 High Shine. So, I'm going to use on our lips today. I think I'm going to use the number 7 because I'm like, oops. I love these glosses, like number 7, this is the thing I've tried so far and it's so good. Such a beautiful lip gloss, like it just gives a nice shine to my lips. I think you can see how much I've used of it. This is definitely going in my best makeup of the year because I'm like, it's so good. So this is the final makeup look. So hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in another video. All my social medias will be linked down below. Subscribe because most people watching, and I'll find it, are not subscribed to this channel that watch it. .5% aren't subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, then click that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and that way you'll be notified when we next post. So bye.